where did you get the artist name from?
So the artist name stemmed from my actual name, which is Ryan, last name Roberts. But I had an actual name for it in the beginning. I never really actually used it. Like it was Righteous Rebel. So that's not something you hear me say in the song. I always just say double R. And most people, I think they assume it's just my name who know me. But that's what it stemmed from, my name, and then just played on it with that Righteous Rebel thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Giant thing, that got tagged on. Originally, I wanted it to be Double R the Great, but it was too many the greats. And this the great, that the great, and I was like, I want something. Whenever I look for a name for something, I always try to make sure nothing really come up, you know, or it's not a lot at least. So that way, it's like if it get typed in, it could be like, you know, that's what pop up. And so the Giant kind of was like a concept of like being more than what you see, like a larger perspective type thing, and that's where that part came from.
Okay, so I see on your profile you got hair later down in the profile. Is the artist with the locks different than the artist now?
No, I don't think so. Nah, it's the locks. That was like a journey in this song, you know, like I was like learning a lot about like the Rasta thing, the reggae and everything. And it still resonate with me to this day. Like I got these joints on, and the locks just during that period was me transitioning into like a state of mind that kind of is where I am now. So like without the lock journey, I wouldn't say I would be where I'm at now. Like talking about the stuff I am.
Okay, so do you think learning about the Rasta journey and all those things, do you think that plays a part in your music, or will that like...
For sure. In terms of like subject matter and the importance of liberty, bigging up well-being and things of that nature, you know, because that's like mainly what my music is about. I think I try like, I ain't saying like I'm a perfect person, like I make mistakes and stuff too, but like well-being and mental stability and pushing through, you know, because there's a lot go on out here, especially like right now, like we dealing with all this stuff, you know, with the COVID thing, and you know, it's a challenge for a lot of people, you know. I feel like when it first started, it forced a lot of people to really like, you know, look at themselves and like where they at and what they doing, because it slowed things down. Everything else was moving so fast at first, but yeah, it's that's what I would say. I used to say a thing all the time, like reggae kind of like healed my heart, because like before that I just listened to like coming up like mainly hip hop, some soul stuff. My parents, aunts, uncles, and them listen to old, you know, soul music stuff. So that was like influence in terms of growing to love music and learn music. And then I think my pops, he used to play Bob Marley a lot. Like I think it was like Sundays he called it. I forget what he called the day or something, but he would just play that, and like it just was like a healing thing. I was just like, oh, I feel good. Like my mind was on point. There wasn't nothing throw off my day like on those days, and then I just kind of dived into it more.
Okay, so I would say your music is more so like conscious music type thing. Do you think that impacts the way other artists or other people in the city like accept you as an artist, or like show you love as an artist?
Probably so. Just because, like, you know, I really think, I don't think it's really about conscious or, to be honest, I think when it comes to music, it's like what it creates in terms of feel, the vibe and everything. So, like, if the beats knock and stuff, like, you got a lot of music with, like, the beats are fire. Like, you know, there's no denying, you know, it's going to knock if you into that and you're going to gravitate towards it. So it's like a person to say what they talking about, or they saying whatever. And that to me, I feel like I can hop on those beats and I could like, you know, I could do my thing on them and no problem, and still talk about what I'm talking about. And I got some stuff like I'm working on kind of like that without like compromising, you know, what I'm coming with. But yeah, I think so. I think my direction is definitely a little different. I'm not saying nobody doing it.
Yeah.
But I believe that I like to say I'm in like the middle, like, cause it's like you got like the street cats and then you got like the more artist side creative people. I feel like I'm somewhere like right here.
Okay.
So like I can look to both sides and I know both sides, but I feel like I don't fit completely in either or.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I see you ride the bike a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
What interests you into that, or what got you into riding a bike a lot?
So I had a bike when I had a car. I don't have a car right now. So my car is a freak accident. Somebody like hit it while it was parked, totaled it while it was parked. So like, before that happening, I kind of didn't want the car no more.
Okay.
Like it was kind of like
I was in a disguise. It was like it gave you a reason to get rid of it.
Yeah. It's like I was getting tired of like gas, traffic, all the stuff that's bad about having a car. You know, it's a lot of perks too, but after it, like everything got taken care of, insurance and all that, I just started riding a bike, and then like it's been doing something for me, like for my mind and everything, and like it just feels good. So it's like I do it for that. I get exercise from it. Don't have to fill up the gas. Man, it's like, so for right now it works for me. So it's like I do it for the most part to get around. If I need to get a car, I get a car, like rent or something like that. But yeah, that's kind of like where that came from.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Your new project, Fishin with no hook.
Hooks.
With no hooks.
Yeah.
Where did you get the name?
It's like kind of like a double entendre somewhat, because it's like the tracks literally had no hooks on them, and it's like they just straight just going through like however I came to do on them. And then it's kind of like I like to look at like those type of catchy songs with a hook that everybody knows. That's the hook. That's what catches people. That's what draws people in. So it's like I'm saying that like I'm putting this out, I'm casting this out, and I don't have no hook on it, no hooks for to catch people. So it's like kind of like playing on, am I able to catch a person's attention with what I'm saying, and just coming this way instead of like the traditional song catchy stuff like that.
Okay, what song on there you would say is your favorite?
It's between Bright Thoughts and Don't Box Me In.
Okay.
Bright Thoughts, I feel like it's just like it speaks like volumes to where I am, how I feel, and what I like to see, or like as far as what I'm promoting. Don't Box Me In is kind of just me, like just I don't know. I feel like I got more style behind that one, like in terms of a little bit more flavor, and it's just like it's something you can ride to. I believe like. Focus on. I believe my music is not necessarily. I want you to listen, but it's not so much as to be like to capture your mind completely. It's kind of something you could still operate throughout what you're doing, and you would just hear what I'm saying, and then hopefully some of it like resonate in a positive way. Like, but those are two. I would say between those two.
Okay, which one you got like a love-hate relationship with? Like. You probably hear it and be like, I don't want to hear it. Then, like, you'll hear it again and be like, nah, because I did go hard on this shit.
Precision, like, that's the first one, the first song, track. And it's like, I rock with my stuff on there, like what I'm saying. And sometimes I'll be, like, questioning my delivery on it. And then I'm like, nah, it's dope. It's, like, it's laid back, but it's, like, it's I go back and forth with that one. That's the one that I say.
How would you say... you as an artist, like, kind of bring, like, not just the artist you do your song, so, like, putting, like, your true self through a song, what is, like, your signature to make sure, like, a person or, like, a listener would know, like, yo, this is a tidbit from my personal life, like, besides me being an artist.
Hold on, what do you mean?
So, like, putting, like, your personal perspective or like your personal little touch on something that you release. Like, how do you do that, like, in your songs?
Well, whenever I'm making a song nowadays, I kind of just listen to the beat, and see what feel I get from it first, like in terms of like how I'm gonna come at it, and then from there, I just start saying something. And then I build upon it, and that kind of like guides the direction of the song. So it's like, it's not difficult to me to like touch on it, because for the most part, it's like I think personal songs I can think of off top, that's like kind of me. All the way around, I still feel like it's always normally like a mentality thing I'm kind of like putting into my music.
Okay.
But like, there's a track I got called Sweet, and I'm talking about a person, so that's kind of personal. Sunrise with the Breeze is me literally talking about Baltimore City, and like what I came up saying, and how I look at it, how I feel about it. And but yeah, I'll just like get the feel from the beat first, and then go ahead and ride that wave wherever I'm guided to.
Okay. Have you ever been to like an event and like somebody was like, "Yo, that's Double Wall, get him to rap," type thing, and you was like, "Oh no, I'm not here for this," but then you end up like just lacing it?
Nah,
No,
that ain't happening yet.
Okay, not yet.
Nah, like I mean, I freestyle with people, but it's never like on no serious note, like on the spot, like bunch of people like rap, like it's more so just we just beats, put on some beats and we just fooling it, cause that's really like how I like to freestyle if I freestyle, cause I'm more so look at myself as a writer, like in terms of crafting and grafting something. Even though nowadays I'm more so I went into like a way of recording it's not freestyle. I don't know if it can be considered freestyle because it's like I'll say something and then build upon it, build upon it, build. I'm not actually like writing it down, but I am thinking. I'm still like, all right, how I'm going, go off of this part into what's next, and stuff like that. But freestyling, I like to do it on like a fun note, just like not so serious, like I never seen myself as like a battle rapper or nothing like that. I don't like to really, disrespect, even though I felt like I could do it.
Yeah,
but it's like, I don't like to do it. I don't like to do it for real. Cause, I don't know. I like the free form funness of how what freestyling can be in terms of, you trying to think so hard and what it need to be.
Have you worked with like any artists in the city?
Yes. So like this next project I'm working on is like more of a full length. I guess you can say LP. I'm working with Zadia on there. I'm trying to get my joint down with Al Rogers. We trying to figure out the time, and I got Brandon Woody on the track on there, like on the trumpet. I've done stuff with DZ Zeke in the past, but like put nothing out.
Which artist you would say is like you had the best experience? So not to say that all of them like weren't good experience, but which one you think was probably
if I was
the most
working
meaningful? Yeah.
So far, it was like it wasn't a real long process like Eva, but it was, I would say, Zadia, because I really rock with her like presence and her being like her energy being around her. She invited me in her home. We recorded there. I brought my stuff because I got like a mobile setup for like my recording.
Okay.
And so I came there. We just vibing, talking. Developed the song. It wasn't awkward. It felt good. So it's like I would say her.
Okay. So you say you got mobile kit. So do you like pretty much build like the whole song yourself, or are you?
As far as recording process, yeah. Right now, I haven't been doing the studio since like this whole thing started. I just have been in the house. I made sure I got that stuff like when this happened. Like I recorded the most music I've ever recorded like during the course of all this going on. Like I probably at least got like almost 100 songs like during yeah.
Okay.
And so yeah.
How was that experience like?
Which one?
Learn. So did you already know how to use like all these pieces?
Somewhat. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Paying attention from going to record and asking questions, learning, and of course like YouTube stuff when I trying to figure something out. Yeah, stuff like that.
What would your friends say is your catchphrase?
My catchphrase? My girlfriend always say, I say when I'm speaking, I'm like in the nature of this. She said I say that a lot, like in the nature of this, the nature of that. I don't know, like I can't think of nothing I say like on the regular for some reason. Like she say I say that, but that's one thing. That ain't nothing too much.
Okay, that's funny. In the nature. Now I feel like I need to hear this.
It's probably gonna come out because I don't know.
I had the question. As far as like this whole like quarantine type thing, what has been your regimen for like keeping your mental at I would say a balanced state? Because on top of the quarantine or like the virus period, there's also been like it's like detrimental to our communities per se, like specifically. So what have you been doing to like keep that balance of your mental?
So me, didn't much change, to be honest, transitioning into all this going on. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a loner, like, because I do hang with people, I'm gonna talking with people, but I am, to myself a lot sometimes, and so, like, keeping it on continuous note from how I've been, just eating right, making sure I take time to just chill sometimes, like sit down and just whatever it be, meditation, like breathing, focus on the breathing, or riding the bike, been one too. Recording music, all the things. Like, I feel like embracing the things you like to do, and make sure you make time for yourself with it too. Because I know, like, sometimes you can put a lot of energy on other people and stuff, and that's good. But it's like, making sure you put that time for you too, like something 10, 15 minutes a day, whatever it is, like some form of meditation. Like, I try to, like, big that up a lot too, because that's helped me a lot in terms of, like, because I used to deal with, like, anger, issues and stuff like that when I was a little younger, and like something like that, like, helped me to, like, just to get this on point.
Okay. When you are creating a song, are you the type of artist who's like, all right, I need to go ahead and get the work done, like get to it, or are you like, I need to chill a little bit, end up like being distracted, then like, oh shit, the song, I gotta do the song.
Nah. I ain't even like a gotta do this guy. It's like I just come in and I hear something and something just come.
Okay.
Now that don't always mean I go with it. Like, sometimes I might just let something out and I'm like, nah, this ain't it, or I don't like this. Like, but it's like, for the most part, something comes and I just go off of it, because it's like I get I just say a wave, I catch the wave and I ride it, and then I decide whether or not that's like painted something or made something that I agree with, and then go from there. But yeah, in terms of music, I just, if the beat hard or the beat got something to it that I like it's not gonna be difficult for me to come with something.
Okay. What other forms of art do you like particularly like to indulge in?
Design. That could be like drawing, graphic stuff. I'm into CAD as well, which is like computer aided design. That's like in around like architecture, engineering stuff. Okay. That's something newer to me, but I'm just trying to learn like more technical aspect of design, and photography. Mess with video stuff a little bit along my journey. Um, that's about it right now. I would say, like, on the regular, that I really like, dive into.
Last question. What is something you do to make sure you still cater to the kid in you?
Just have fun, like, and not get so caught up in what people think. Like, so, like, the bike, let's go back to the bike. I'll be out there, like, all, like, whatever, riding, like, however, and that makes me feel that, like, and I didn't mention that when you first asked about it, but that's like one of the biggest joys. Like, it makes me feel like, back when we were like kids, riding the bikes, and like, how free that felt, once you finally learn how to ride. And so yeah, that for sure, but just, embracing my being in general, of what I feel is like, what I feel deeply. I feel like it's that, it's that child, that inner child, or that whatever, that pureness inside of us that we tend to ignore a lot.
Okay, well, we are done here.
Yeah, appreciate it.